So you're relocating to a brand new city or a brand new state and you need to sell your house in Philadelphia as fast as possible. Well, that's what this video is all about today, so make sure you stay tuned because I'm going to break down exactly how you can do this. But before we get started, if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Lillian Chuckweezy, and every week I hop on here to talk to you guys about how to sell your house in Philadelphia and of course the surrounding areas as easy and conveniently as possible. And if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I drop the next video, because I guarantee you these videos will help you sell your house. Now, relocating can be complicated at times, and we get local Philadelphia home sellers calling us or submitting their house information on our website every week saying that they are relocating and they need to sell their house in Philly as soon as possible. Now, the great thing is that we're actually able to help those home sellers sell their house quickly because we're actively buying houses in Philadelphia right now. But the true need to move actually comes with a dramatic change. So how do you make the most out of a difficult situation? Well, first, you don't agonize, you organize. You don't want to be in a situation where you end up paying and having to maintain a second house that's vacant for 1, 2, or more years, because that gets expensive and it doesn't have to be that way. Now, too many times here in Philly, we deal with homeowners who actually let their previous house either sit empty and drain their pockets or rack up unpaid debt and has ruined their credit. So don't let that happen to you because it actually can be easily avoided. Now, although the market is relatively stable right now here in Philadelphia, things can change in the blink of an eye. Now, we've heard some serious horror stories over the past couple of years. Unless you're filthy rich, you probably can't afford to wait it out. Most people are living check to check, unfortunately, and there are not too many people out there who can actually afford to allow one of their houses to deteriorate. I mean, why would you anyway if you could? So how do you make the right choices when you're relocating and you need to sell your house fast here in Philadelphia? So here's your options and your steps. First, you want to find out what your house is worth, and you can do this by contacting a reputable real estate agent like myself. And the benefit of also working with me and my team is that not only are we agents, but we are investors as well. So we can also give you a no cost, no obligation valuation on your property. And since we are licensed agents, we can provide you an accurate comparable market analysis of your house to give you a better idea of what you can actually sell it for on the open market. Now, once you know what the house is worth in the current market, that sets the basis for how much you may be able to actually sell your house for. Now, the next thing you have to do is decide how fast that you actually need to sell your house after you relocate. Now, this is a biggie. I've seen professionals who have moved out of state for a job who had their house on the market for over a year before selling for a much lower price than they initially hoped for. We understand that sellers want to make the most amount of money, but overpricing a house honestly just hurts you in the long run. So instead of selling it for a competitive price, you overprice it and then it sits for an extended period of time. And now you're making 2 payments on 2 separate houses while the perceived value of your previous house actually declines while it is listed. Now, when a house sits on the market for too long, home buyers naturally start to think that something is seriously wrong with the property. So decide how fast that you actually need to sell your house and how long you're actually willing to keep paying 2 mortgage payments, 2 insurance payments, and everything else. Now, the third thing that you have to do when it comes to relocating is that you have to find a solid real estate agent before you start packing. You want to get the ball rolling early so you don't waste any time. Every month that you wait or every month that it actually takes to sell your house costs you money. So it's important to start the process of selling as soon as possible. So call your trusted real estate agent or me and get things moving as soon as possible. If you decide to work with me and my team, we actually provide you a very unique benefit aside from other home buyers. As I mentioned, we are licensed agents, so we can help you list your property if you really want to. But if you don't want to list with an agent to sell, we are a reputable local home buying company and investors, and we'd love to make you a fair all cash offer. So just fill out the form below to get started, and that link will be in the description. Now, the fourth thing you have to do is you have to calculate the value of selling your house fast with an investor versus waiting it out for a dream price and selling with an agent. Now, we all want to sell our houses for as much as possible. I get it. But one of the many things people forget to do is come up with a dollar amount of how much it actually costs you to hold on to the house. Now, the costs involved include obviously the mortgage, which if you're still within the first 10 years of your mortgage, the majority of your payment interest is hardly going to principal at all. And of course, you're going to be paying insurance, taxes, maintenance, and everything else. So let's say you actually want to sell your house for $200,000 and your mortgage payment is $1,200 a month. Taxes might be $200 a month and $100 a month for insurance and $100 a month for maintenance, lawn maintenance, repairs, etc. Now, those expenses add up to about $1,600 a month in non-equity building expenses. Now, if it takes you 7 months to sell your house through a real estate agent, that means it costs you $11,200 in direct holding costs, plus you had to pay $12,000 $12,000 in real estate agent fees, assuming your listing agent gets 3% and the buyer's agent gets 3%, totaling $23,200 in essentially lost money. And that doesn't even account for the value of the time that you put in, the stress that you're thinking about the property sitting on the market, and the opportunity cost of what could have been doing with the extra money during those 7 months. So the real cost is likely closer to be about $30,000. But what if you were to sell your house next week and avoid all of that? Even if you sold for a discount below the retail price, let's say $175,000, you're still ahead of the game by selling the house now at a discount to a home buyer or an investor like myself and my company, versus 7 months later at full price and paying holding costs, real estate fees, and everything else. Does that kind of make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. And trust me, as an agent, I still find joy in listing houses. So either way, I don't press homeowners to sell fast or list. I simply lay out the different options and scenarios for them and allow them to decide. Either way, I want the best outcome for the homeowner that I'm dealing with, because the only way that I'm able to help myself is actually if I help the homeowner. So in that case, I want what's best for them, of course. So the fifth thing you have to do if you are relocating and you need to sell your house fast in Philadelphia, whatever you decide on that and take action. If you want to go with a real estate agent, do that. If you want to go with a cash offer, do that. Me and my team can help you out either way. If you'd rather not have to wait and not have to pay real estate agent commissions, then a viable option may seriously be for you to consider selling your house fast to us. But if you got time on your side and a really great property, you might want to test the market by offering it out at a high price. There's a small chance that someone might actually just fall in love with it and be willing to pay overpriced, especially in this crazy market, because people have been buying like crazy. But in reality, most properties are pretty average, and they tend to be like the other houses around them, in the same way that people who live near each other tend to have a lot in common too. Unless your property is truly exceptional, as in magazine quality, extra special, HGTV, you might not capture the most amount of money in this type of market by pricing it at the highest point, especially in a super competitive market like Philadelphia. Now, if you work with the right investor or home buyer, there are also other options that they can help you out in order to get your house sold or just help you get a better situation. So another option may be that you market your property for rent and sale at the same time, just to see what happens first. Now, you have to maintain control of the process, which can confuse even seasoned real estate brokers. In certain situations, we may actually partner with property owners to help secure lease option agreements where highly qualified purchasers rent the property for an agreed amount of time before buying. So kind of like a rent-to-own option. But in other cases, we may actually help you renegotiate the loan, help you make monthly payments, or conduct a short sale with your bank. We love helping people solve complicated real estate situations, and creative situations can bridge the gap between where you are and where you need to be. So who are we and how can we help if you are relocating and you need to sell your house in Philadelphia? As I was saying, we are investors and agents at the same time, and we support our families and beautify our neighborhoods by buying houses from homeowners here in Philadelphia who need to sell fast for one reason or another. Or if they desire, we simply help them list their homes. And the great thing about us being investors is that if you do go with an offer from us, we're able to close fast in about 7 to 14 days. There are no real estate commissions. There are no closing costs for you. There are no repairs that you have to do to the house. We are very, very flexible in how we do our work, and we simply want to help you solve your problems and come up with great solutions for you. So if this is an option for you guys, either way, if you want to list it or sell fast, go ahead and check out the link down below, our website. You can fill out a form. I'll give you a call personally and get a better understanding of your situation, and I'll present to you the best options for you and how we can actually help you move on and get to your new house and your new life. So with that being said, guys, if this video was valuable to you, if you liked it, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss when I drop the next video, and until next time, stay safe and stay blessed.